Hello friends, today we have a roll review of the Polaroid I-type film used in conjunction with a OneStep Plus camera. It's going to be great. But before we get into it, let me invite you to stick around to the end of the video where I will show you a really cool trick for the use of these empty film trays. Alright, for those of you familiar with my roll reviews, and I call them roll reviews like a little quirky roll of film, because they're not rolls, you see, they're square. Anyways, welcome back is what I'm trying to say. It's been a while since my last roll review. For all the new viewers, I'm glad you're here. And I started doing roll reviews back in 2016 using a FUJIFILM Mini 90 and Instax Mini Film. My most popular roll reviews have always been about using the beautiful twin lens reflex 70, the TL70 from Mint Camera. I absolutely adore that camera. Check it out, the video is in the link somewhere around here. But in this short video format, I try to share with you the challenges and the successes that I experience when shooting instant film. The medium is frustrating, but quite rewarding. And today's video is going to be different because it features the iconic brand Polaroid. You see, I remember shooting with these cameras back in the 90s, and I'm happy that the once-failed company, who went bankrupt and was succeeded in spirit by the Impossible Project, is back in the game after the defunct Polaroid partnered with the Impossible Project and became a new company, Polaroid Originals, which has just gone through a rebranding after several years and is now, once again, known as Polaroid. So, what do you say? Want to join me for the ride? If so, hit that sub button, that like button, and watch on. Alright, just a quick tip on how I number these images. There's 8 images that you can take in each pack. This is my first pack, so I number them pack 1, number 1, like 11, 12, 13. Anyways, this is the very first image I took. It's a family portrait, minus the cat and the daughter, and I think it came out really nice. It was just put on a tripod and just auto mode with the self-timer. Worked out great. Now these next 2 images, I was trying to see just how well the camera would focus in low light and take an image. Both of these are exposed at f12. The one on the left is 1 second. The one on the right is 4. No flash. Also, your portrait lens, although it says it can go from about 0.8 of a foot to 2 feet, it really needs to be further at f12, around 2 feet. This is an auto shot with flash. My son out riding his bike. Turned out great. Notice there was a slight magenta hue in the left top portion of the sky. We also see right here, my family looking nice. My son's happy. The cloud detail has a magenta hue as well. Otherwise, the blue is very nice. I was really happy with this. Once again, auto and flash was used at this time, so I thought it was a nice image. Here we've got a neighbor kid that's throwing her little airplane. I like that a lot. But once again, if you look at the sky detail, there's a magenta hue. However, the colors look real nice, so I'm okay with that. This macro shot was taken with the portrait lens, and also auto with flash, and the flash was so bright that although we got detail in the skies, the saturation was flushed out of the flowers. And there's just a picture of me, a self-portrait. This video is sponsored by me. Okay, me. I've not been paid for this review, nor do I have any affiliation with Polaroid. However, if you want to snag some sweet deals and get the best prices on gear and film, check out the Amazon affiliate links below. Whatever you buy using those links, even if it's a toaster oven, won't cost you an extra penny. But it will send a couple schmeckles my way, and I'd appreciate that very much. So my first blush, quick first 24 hour takeaways from this is that the film is promising. It looks pretty nice. I've noticed that the magenta hue pops up in the skies quite a bit. And that means that maybe I've got to look at the temperature that I'm using. I've looked at some of Polaroid's suggestions. However, I do have the newer film, even though I got it at a big box store, which means that since it's the newer film, it's branded just Polaroid, that it's not old. So that could be temperature related. I also did make sure to shield the images quite a bit. I put them in my pocket immediately after letting the sun shield hold on to them for about 5 to 6 seconds. Instax Film, as a quick first blush note, develops much faster and is much cooler and has much nicer looking whites, I think I would say. However, I also noticed that the app, I loved using the app. The Polaroid Originals app with the Bluetooth allows you to have manual control over the OneStep Plus. That was amazing. We can go from F64 all the way down to F12 and all the stops in between. We can even go from 1/125th of a second all the way down to 1/30th of a second. We can command flash, although when you have flash on for the app, the remote app through Bluetooth, you don't get to use the light meter. The light meter, however, is a great light meter that I really enjoy with, and I'll even show you some of that in my Polaroid OneStep Plus review, incoming review, so stay tuned, about just how accurate the light meter is, especially when compared to light meters in other cameras like the TL70, for which the inbuilt light meter is not accurate. So a lot of great things about the camera. I hope that using the camera, my experience will continue to improve, but at first blush, it's really great. I like the self-timer features, they're really nice. The app makes it a lot better, and the film has came out looking nice as well. Although that magenta hue can kind of throw the color sometimes, so we'll see how that continues. Okay, that's it. I think I've got one thing else I promised you. Oh yeah, what to do with that film tray. Alright, as promised, we've hit the end, and let's talk about this film cartridge. Don't throw it away. Notice at the bottom of it there are no contacts for the use in 600 series cameras, which is why this is an I-type camera. 600 series cameras happen to have batteries in them. More on that in another video. What I'm going to do here is pull off that little plastic flap, exposing the actual hard flap like a little door. This is going to allow me to put in my photos once again. Now notice here, you have to kind of get your picture frame to fit underneath that metal spring. But once you do, you can pretty easily just wrap your photos straight through. And now you've got a great photo frame to hold all 8 photos. And it's a wonderful storage way. In fact, I even like to write the date that the images were taken. And so it's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy that pro tip, and hope you share this with me. Don't forget about those links below. I'll catch you guys in the next one.